need water. I'm talking too fast. I can already tell. But anyway. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be filming my stats/Q&A video. If you have not checked out my last video I posted, it was my college admissions reaction video. I think I can put the link in the iCard so you can click it, or just go to my channel and watch that video before watching this one if you want to. I do just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support on that video. It's insane and I did not expect that. Of course, I know like these college videos do pretty well, but like the support I've been getting is insane. So thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. We just hit 100 subscribers, which is crazy. Like, I don't know, y'all are just crazy. So thank you so much. If you haven't already, please follow me on Instagram and or subscribe to this channel because I hope to be posting more videos soon. And I have committed to a college, so I'm just waiting to like get some apparel or something so I can post about it. So make sure to check out my Instagram and so you can see, you know, where I go to college. Let's just hop right into this video. I asked a few questions, or I asked you guys to send in some questions and I got a few, so that'll be towards like the end of this video. As always, this video is separated by chapters, so you can just click to where you want to go. But we're gonna start with just like my stats, if that makes sense. But we're gonna start with the classes I took in high school. So as you guys may know, I'm a senior in high school. So I'm gonna go from freshman year, tell you guys which classes I took, and then give you a little bit of insight on those classes and what classes that you might want to take. Yeah, so starting with middle school, actually, I did kind of grow up on the more advanced track. It's not that I'm like a genius, I wasn't like super smart, but I was more faster paced. So the more like regular classes, I felt like they just were a little bit too slow for me and I would kind of finish things earlier. So then I moved on to the more advanced track in, I would say like starting 7th grade, I started moving into advanced classes. So yeah, that being said, in middle school, I took algebra 1, I think, algebra, and whichever the advanced math class was, I took that in middle school, so that kind of changed my track for high school, and those credits carried over, so just wanted to put that in there. So freshman year, I took an audio video class, which was like an audio video editing production class, so I took that as an elective. I took geometry, biology, theater, world history, and Spanish. I feel like I'm missing a class, so if I remember it, I will put it somewhere on the screen. But so yeah, I took those classes freshman year. Here's what I'll say about like my freshman year. My biggest oh my gosh, I can't speak. My biggest mistake my freshman year was taking world history and also just like not like being too scared to take harder classes. Yeah. Sophomore year, I took my second endorsement class, which was graphic design, and then I took algebra. Okay, I have to put this on the screen because I cannot remember what class I actually took for math. I feel like it was algebra. I just don't know which algebra, like maybe algebra 2 or algebra 3, probably algebra 2. I probably took algebra 2. And then I took chemistry, theater again, Spanish 2, and then world geography. So that was sophomore year. I don't really have any complaints. Oh, let me just say sophomore year was COVID year, so I did do school virtually. So I did all these classes online, which obviously my grades were really good because I was at home and, you know, everybody knows. So I was at home and yeah, so my grades were good. That year did of course kind of set me back as far as like not being in school and not learning and things like that, but it was COVID. What can you say? What can you do? Junior year, I took print shop and graphic design. So basically it was my advanced graphic design class split into 2 periods, and one period was considered graphic design and then the other period was considered print shop, which our school has a print shop and, you know, we print banners, flags, posters, and then people pay money for it and it's like a real job. I did not sign up to take this class, so when I found out, I was like, what the heck is this? I didn't know I was going to be an employee for the school and not get paid, but that's okay. It was fun, but I was a little like side eye, but it's fine. So that was 2 periods, you know, it took up that. And then I took pre-calculus, and then I was in student council, so I took their student leadership class. So I was in student leadership. And then, yeah, so my junior year is when I finally started taking AP classes. Let me just say now, you don't have to take AP starting from freshman year. Like, you don't have to take APs every year. I didn't do that. I started my junior year, and then I'm taking also APs my senior year. So yeah, in total, I took 5 AP classes. I took AP US History, AP Lang, and AP Bio. It was a bit of a struggle junior year. So yeah, those are the classes I took junior year. And then senior year, currently, I'm taking AP Environmental Science, AP Calculus, and then Tech Theater, Theater Production, and then, oh, also junior year, I took Theater, of course. And then I have a few aid periods because I'm a senior, so I got a lot of my credits done, yada, yada. That was a lot. I'm sorry if I was talking too fast. So yeah, those are the classes I took in high school. Now for some test scores, which is I'm sure what all of you guys want to know. I'm gonna just tell you right now, and this might deter you guys and you might get off the video, but whatever. I applied test optional to all of my colleges. That's a crime, but it's not. It's just the truth. I did not submit any test scores to any schools. The only schools I think I did submit some scores was the Texas colleges, because some of their like test score ranges were lower, so I would submit my score to get like a higher scholarship. But all of my out-of-state schools did not submit one test, and I'm so grateful I did that. I'm just gonna say I'm not the best test taker. My scores are not that high, so I knew like before I even started high school that my applications are gonna be more about my grades and the work I've done outside of school, and then my essays. I just already knew because I'm not the best test taker. So, but I'm still gonna tell you my scores. And I know, like, I gotta swallow my pride here because they're not the highest test scores. Like, I'm telling you right now, I'm not a good test taker. But anyway, I digress. ACT, I got a 24. The SAT, I got a 1290, and I took the SAT 4 times. Do not recommend. Do not take it, because every time I took it, it either like got worse or it stayed the same. So don't recommend. Only take it maybe twice max. Call it a day. For AP tests, so last year I took last year I took Bio, Lang, and then A Push. I only passed A Push, and for Bio and Lang I got 2s. I'm so for real right now. I did not study for any of those. That is my bad. I wish I did. I regret not studying. However, for like biology, I knew I was getting a 2. I'm not a science girl. I don't like it, so I knew I was getting a 2. For Lang, I was honestly shocked because I thought, you know, it's English. I thought it was gonna be fine, but I got a 2. That's fine. But I'm very glad I passed A Push, so yeah. Anyway, and then I'm taking Calc and then AP Environmental Science right now, meaning I'll take the AP test in May. Pray for me. Anyway, those are my scores. That's the test. Did not submit them to any colleges. I went more on other things, so there you go. If you're coming for that, there's that. Let's move on to my grades. If you're watching this video as a middle schooler going into high school and you don't care about grades, high school is going to be very hard for you. And I'm saying that as in, it doesn't get any easier, you know, like the work gets harder and then your grades like matter more. So start caring about your grades. That's just gonna help you a lot. Let's talk about one of the biggest like rumors or like things that people tell you is that your grades don't matter till your junior year. And no, that is not right. That is not true. That's like bull. No, your grades matter every single year starting your freshman year, even your middle school year sometimes. But honestly, do not slack off. Like, don't slack off your freshman year, sophomore year, yada yada. Like, keep getting the best grades you can because they all go in your transcript, so they're gonna matter. Like, kind of backtrack backtracking on what I said, like freshman year doesn't mean you have to take these hard classes. I didn't. I took pretty normal classes and just went with the flow. If you're the type that's like, I'm gonna get the best grades as possible, then sure, maybe take like AP Human Geo. That'd be fine. But you don't have to take very hard classes your freshman year. But if you're taking classes that are not hard, get a good grade, because you want your grades to be good like every year. So yeah, I maintained 80s and 90s. So B's and A's I had freshman year and sophomore year, and then junior year and senior year I pushed for really only A's. But of course I would say I got like low A's, so like 89s and things like that. But I pushed for straight A's junior year and senior year currently. I don't know. Anyway, I just feel like I could have taken some harder classes. Which reminds me, you're probably wondering, did you not take an English like 4 years? I did. I just forgot to mention that over the summer between my junior year and my senior year, I took English. So I took 2 semesters of English online over the summer. Costed a coin, but I hate English, so I knew I would rather just get it over with and then not have to take it my senior year, which is what I did. So GPA is so funny. My GPA unweighted is a 4.0, and then my weighted GPA is a 5.02. So that's my GPA. That just goes off of grades. You know, the harder classes you take will sort of affect that, and then your grades. So yep, 4.0 unweighted, 5.02 weighted. My class size is like 525 or 505 now, and my rank is 22, 23, one of those, 21, 22, 23, one of those, and I am in the top 5% of my class. So grades, that's grades. Let's move on to extracurriculars. This is probably one of the things that I think helped me the most in the college admissions process is my extracurriculars, because it's not that I did a million and one different things. I honestly think that doing a million things is not going to help you. Colleges want to see that you put your effort into, say, like 3 to 4 things, and you put all your effort into that. I think that's what they want to see, because that's what I did. I didn't do spread myself super thin. I did a few things, but I really worked in those things. So I was in theater, like I said, from freshman year all the way to senior year currently. And I was lucky enough to be a officer for 2 years. So currently I'm the social media manager for my theater organization. And then last year I was the historian. So 2 officer positions for theater. And then I also am the National Honor Society, which I started last year. And this year, my senior year, I became an officer, and I am the historian for National Honor Society. I was in student council from sophomore year to junior year, and then a little bit of senior year. So I did that for 2.5 years, kind of, 2 and like a quarter. I quit my senior year just because my schedule got a little bit too busy, and I felt like I just didn't need to be in it anymore. So I did quit student council, but for the 2 years that I was in it, I worked really hard, and I was the one of the committee ambassadors. I was in the student council class, so I worked really hard. But anyway, some 2 things that I did that was really cool, and I think also helped in my applications, was I started a Bible study online during COVID year. I started that, and it just shows like entrepreneurship and leadership. And then I also started a podcast with my friends, and we did that for probably a year and a half almost, which also shows entrepreneurship and leadership. So a big tip I have with extracurriculars is doing things that kind of gears towards what you want to do in your future. So if you didn't notice, a lot of the things I was doing is very much entrepreneurship, and then just like photography, film, marketing, that era. So social media manager, that's incredible. I'm managing a social media right now for a public or like a school affiliated organization. So it's teaching me a lot about image and posting the right things and then marketing and all that. So I will say, pat on the back, our social media is really good this year. So things like that help gear towards your major, or that you can already start twisting into an essay, is going to help you out. Let's talk about essays. So let me know in the comments down below if you want me to read them, because I don't really mind, but I'm just talk about it a little bit. Do not be pressured to write. Okay, let me just say this. I was very anxious about writing an essay for a multitude of reasons, but the biggest was feeling like I couldn't write the right thing. There's so many videos out there that are like, here's what college advisors don't want to hear, or they don't want to hear about all these traumas that you guys have, which is just so funny to even say. But I remember watching those videos and thinking, like, what the heck am I going to write about? Because there are so many things that we as a society deal with that we literally can't write about. Like, I don't understand. So I honestly got kind of mad, because I'm like, I had a huge move and it really affected my life. Why can't I write about that? Or, you know, my parents, or not my parents, but my mom got divorced. Why can't I write about that? Like, these are big things that we deal with that we can't write about. So that annoyed me. But when it came down to me actually writing the essay, I just was like, who cares? I'm just gonna write what I want to write, and it's gonna be good. And that's what I did. So yeah, just don't be pressured to write like some insanely intellectual essay. Just write how you feel, and that's gonna show who you are. So anyway, if you want a video just on my essays, or just on like what I wrote, leave it down in the comments. I'll see how I'm feeling about it, and then I'll either post a video or I won't. Yeah. Whew. That is a lot. Really quick, I'm gonna put on the screen all the colleges I applied to. There is that. And that's pretty much it. If I missed anything, put it down in the comments and I'll just comment back to you and like let you know. But now I get to go in the questions that you guys asked. So there you go. Hopefully I did not forget anything. First question. Someone asked, what classes do you wish you never took because it wasn't worth it, or you wish you did take? I kind of answered this earlier, but I'll go a little bit into it. So some classes that I wish I never took. Honestly, the only class I wish I didn't take was my world history class. And that was solely because it low-key did absolutely nothing for me. Yeah, some classes that I wish I did take would be AP Human Geo. I wish I took that my freshman year. And then that's kind of it. I like my schedule. I like what I did. Yeah. Oh, a big thing I wish I did. I wish I took government and econ my junior year, because I could have and I didn't. But now I'm taking it my senior year, so I wish I did that. But other than that, I liked the classes I took, you know, it's all in the experience. Next question, how many campuses did I tour? 0. I did not go to any campus, and I'm gonna tell you, for most of my California schools, I lived in California for the first 14 years of my life. So I kind of knew about most of the schools. Also, my family, you know, they grew up in I grew up in California, if you didn't know. I moved to Texas like 4 years ago, but my family pretty much knew about every school that I had applied to, so they were able to give me some insight on like what the school looks like, what the area looks like. So I felt okay with not touring any campuses because I've kind of grew up around them. And the college I did end up picking, we know a lot about it, so I feel good about it. I actually have a family member who used to work for the school, so I feel good about it. I didn't tour any of them. I kind of wish I did, because I think it would have been fun, but I feel perfectly fine knowing that I didn't, so 0. Next question, do you plan on, okay. My friend Brooke asked me a question. She said, do you plan on doing this your whole life? I meant to ask her what this meant, but I didn't. So I'm gonna answer for like multiple things. If she meant YouTube, yes, I do plan on doing YouTube my whole life, but I just plan on posting what I want. I don't plan on being like a vlogger, a blogger, or like an influencer. I just plan on posting videos that I want to post. So there's that. If she meant like my major or like college. I plan on doing college for 4 years. That's the goal. Next question is, how are you decorating your dorm? I'm gonna insert some photos of like ideas I have, but like for real, I don't know. I don't know what my dorm's gonna look like. I'm just gonna figure it out. So that's that. Next question. What do you do if you're an international student and don't have enough money for college/university tuition? This is an 8th grader asking me this. By the way, I loved your video so much. Thank you so much. So I don't have too much insight on this because I'm not an international student, but I will say the most money you're gonna get is from the college itself. So that kind of is a plus and a con, because a pro and a con, because getting money from your school is based off of your application. So the scholarships I received, I did not apply for. You just do your application and then they give you money. So that's how you're gonna get a lot of it. I also know that there's a lot of scholarships for international students, and I think there might be like some work studies and like things like that. So there are a lot of opportunities to get money in certain places. You just have to find them. And it's really hard. Trust me, it is so hard. I'm still looking for things to cover, you know, those random costs. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't have that much advice because I don't know how the international student process works. But as far as getting money for college, you just beg the school, and then you might have to take out student loans, which is unfortunate, but it's just kind of how it works. So yeah, hopefully that answered kind of like some of your question, but definitely look up on YouTube like international student information, and there'll be a ton of videos on it. So hopefully that helped. Next question. I'm glad I got this question. It is, why did you withdraw from USC? Let's talk about it. So University of Southern California was my top school since 7th grade, maybe even before that. I always wanted to go there. Obviously, it's an incredible film school. So here's what happened. I applied through Common App, and then I got the creative supplement, and I started to like look through it. I started the application, and then I got insecure. Just the truth. I got insecure, and I started looking, and I felt like, you cannot, like, you are not gonna get into this school. So I started to let the insecurity like get to me, and I was talking to my mom about it, and let me just say, my whole family did not want me to go to USC, and that's solely because of the area. It is not in a very great area, so they didn't want me to go. So I had like, you shouldn't go there, like, from my family, and then I had the insecurity. So that together, I was like, why? So I withdrew, and I was very sad. Like, after withdrawing, I felt like I mourned the loss because it was my top school, and I just like quit. Do I regret withdrawing? Yes, absolutely. I wish that I just like left the insecurity 2 doors down and just applied and saw what happened, because honestly, I could have gotten in. Like, maybe I could have. So I am sad that I withdrew, but if I did get into USC, I would not have attended. And I know that for a fact. I would not have gone. So overall, I'm grateful I didn't. I won't say grateful, but it is what it is. I withdrew, and you can't go back from that. So that's why I withdrew from USC. That is it. That is the last question. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I can cut this down because we're at like 43 minutes. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you guys so much for all the support on all those on the college video I just posted. Like, it is insane, and I'm so grateful. And yeah, make sure to like this video and subscribe. I hope to be posting more. I think that's it. If I forgot anything, comment down below anything else you want to know, and I'll just like reply to you in the comments. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you when I see you.